Hey guys, it's the market update. The bull market is in full swing right now. We are rip roaring. Everything's popping off. So in this video, I want to give you some data about potential levels, where we may get to, and where we are in this bull market, right? Because people are looking to get involved. You don't want to get caught out, but things are popping off. So where are we and how long left in terms of time and size of this bull market? So coming to BTC, right? You can see there is very little selling pushing us further down, right? Whether you're in Bitcoin or anything else, ETH, other altcoins, everything's going to come off Bitcoin, right? In terms of the sentiment here. And we've got the ETFs potentially on the 10th of January. That's what we're trading around. I think that we are not going to get a sell the news event. I think this is a positive price accumulation event from where we are right here. You know, we're not massively overextended. And towards the end of this video, I'll show you why I'm saying that. Not just price, where we are in the cycle and the price in relation to other, prices that we've been to previously. I don't think the price is overextended here. And so these two lines right here, 50K, that's the kind of target for ETFs when they get approved. I think it's pretty much 99.9% right now in terms of the whole market kind of accepts it that we're getting these now. We're just waiting for that. Of course, we're in this really, really weird period between Christmas and New Year where, the market's not going to do much, but a great opportunity. You're seeing Michael Saylor, raising even more money from selling equity in his company to buy BTC, right? He knows the time is running out. Now, of course, if we don't get the ETFs for some reason, and there may be some reason still hanging over, obviously we're going to get a massive drawdown, right? You're looking at 30 to 50% drawdowns that are typical for BTC. So you're looking somewhere around, this price here. But like I said, 99.9% certain that these are coming in my opinion. And so we're right here. This is like the massive kickoff for the massive extended bull run to new all-time highs, in my opinion. So that's where we are right now. Incredibly exciting. If you do want to trade it, check the deposit bonus to Bybit down in the description. If you're new there, just make a deposit and trade up to $30,000 as a deposit bonus. Check the details via that link. Prices can be deceiving, but on-chain data doesn't lie. I'm a massive believer in the cycle, the Bitcoin cycle, the economic cycle. This makes prices move in cycles, but we know the long-term trend of Bitcoin and crypto is just to the upside, right? It's incredibly obvious that. But of course, we need to make sure we're not getting caught out by price cycles. The thing that we have in crypto that no other industry has is on-chain data that is just reliable, trustworthy, cannot be manipulated. So here it is. This is key pricing models for BTC. Now, what I want to highlight is the green one right here, which is coin time. This is a new metric. Now, realized price has historically been an insanely good metric to time Bitcoin buys. Essentially, when the Bitcoin price is at or below the realized price is the cycle's best opportunity to buy, right? So that's when the price is at lowest. Bitcoin has been growing in size as a network and in price over 15 years. But every time the short-term price cycle draws down to around the realized price has always been an absolute, amazing opportunity to buy it. Now, realized price takes all coins into existence. What CoinTime does is take out all of the coins that aren't going to move anymore, right? Like Satoshi's coins or other coins that are lost or other coins that don't seem to have moved in a very long time. This is kind of what we would say as active investors' realized price, and that's in green here. Now we've broken through that, as you can see. Now what we're seeing here is realized price down under that, massive buying opportunity. For me, anything under coin time is a buying opportunity. And then we've tested it. You can see we tested it and rejected, which is very, very clear. Tested once, twice, and then we broke through. This is showing essentially the breakthrough into price discovery mode, right? So we broke through the realized price, we broke through coin time price, not once, but test, breakthrough. It's a very, very strong price action to test and then break through. So we've got that. We also have recovering from Bitcoin bear. You can see this here. So uncertain recovery phases that go into, enthusiastic bull phases. You can see we've had that here, this kind of uncertain recovery phase. And now we're just tipping into enthusiastic uptrend. So we're going into that now. It's very clear that we're going into that. You're seeing altcoins, over a week do 40, 50% moves. Some of the bigger ones, right? Like Ethereum L2s, Solana had a massive move, although it's drawn back. We're in it now, right? We are in the price expansion phase. And so this is not the best time to buy. The best time to buy, of course, is down at the bottom of a bear market where everything's literally, dead, really low. That's the best time to buy. But of course, uncertainty at that point, because you don't know what's going to flip during this expansion phase. And so you have the uncertainty, you have the better price, but you have the uncertainty, and there may be things that don't flip and just stay low, right? So that's the uncertainty you get then, but you get their better prices. As we're going into this uptrend, which is very, very clear, yes, we're going to get some drawdowns, but a longer term view, right? 6 to 12 months is this expansion phase of 6 to 12 months. You're getting worse prices now because everything is up 100%, 50, 80, 100% from the lows, but we are still within that expansion phase. It's not tail end of the bull market right now. We're still going into that, right? So in terms of that time, we're still in the earlier phases, but time is moving on, right? For those of you with the Crypto Investor course, I'm going to be making some updates in January. There are a lot of new sectors within crypto and a lot of new narratives that are going to be coming around. So I'm going to be making some updates on kind of everything that's going on, where we are in this cycle, but all of the new kind of sectors in crypto that are appearing, because some are going to be flashes in the pan, are going to do very well in the bull market, but obviously crash down during the next bear market whenever that comes. So we need to make sure we're not caught offside and getting into the wrong things at the wrong time. I'll be making a lot of videos on that and where we are. If you don't have the crypto course yet, there's kind of 300 videos here. All my updates are for free for existing users. The price is going to be going up in January with that update. But if you want to look at the course now, you can have a look now. Link is in the description. Everyone that has the course already, that will be coming free for you guys as always. So what we want to look at is where we are in this current cycle again, because the price has done really well this year, but in my opinion, the next phase is even more than this. In fact, Bitcoin has underperformed a load of stuff this year. Coinbase's stock is well outperforming Bitcoin this year. A bunch of miners have done very well, other stocks as well. So there are other stocks that have actually outperformed BTC, but usually Bitcoin's outperformance year is the year after the halving. And the halving is coming in April next year. So 2024 into 2025 is typically when it outperforms. And so a very good performance this year from Bitcoin, but it's been outperformed by some things. I think Bitcoin is going to take center stage potentially next year. So massive to really understand where we are in that and to make sure we take advantage of it. Of course, where we are in the cycle right now is right here. Now, this is a very long-term chart of Bitcoin's secular trend. So these are, the red here is just the kind of trend line. And then you have these white lines, which are 1 standard deviation away, and then the green, which are 2 standard deviations away. And what you can very, very clearly see is that Bitcoin is just in a massive secular uptrend, a 15-year bull market in its growth. And within that, you get these shorter term price cycles. Now, what we can see is that during the uptrends and the inflections to the upside, we've actually hit the 2 standard deviations overbought level twice. In the previous bull market, we actually didn't even get there. In the previous bull market, I think a lot of people were caught offside because they were expecting this blow off top to the 2 standard deviation line that we got in the previous 2 bull markets, but we didn't actually get there. We got this kind of, tail off top. Now, one of the reasons for that, I think, is because Bitcoin futures were actually listed on the CME, and mostly futures are used to short a product and not actually buy it long. And so that was one thing, but of course we were coming to the end of a huge inflection in, the stimulus that was happening around that time. In any case, we drew down, just like previous cycles, we drew down to the 1 standard deviation line and we're inflecting up. This is what tells me that the price right now at 45K is not overbought, right? Because we have every cycle showing us that after the halving is the massive growth phase for the price. We're not there yet. And the price is actually not overbought. We're still 1 standard deviation oversold. So there's a massive way to go. This potential from 1 standard deviation oversold up to this, that's the expansion that I'm looking for. And so when we're up there, then we can make some decisions about taking profits, rearranging the portfolio, just keeping as you are, but not buying as much because you're kind of overbought. That's up to the individual, but we are not there yet. There is a long way to go. And so, people taking profits here, that's crazy. You're not even up at the trend line. So let's have a look at this as well. This is my trend, my kind of logarithmic trend regression of BTC. And again, we're just coming to the mid regression of this. So you can see here, this is the drawdown, the recovery. This happens in previous cycles as well. You can see all of these cycles here. So you have drawdown, recovery, expansion, drawdown, recovery, expansion, drawdown, recovery, and we're going into that expansion again. It's going to be rocky, of course. If the ETFs don't come, yeah, we'll go down to 20K or something. However, we are not overbought from my regression lines as well, right? We're just coming into the midline. We have the halving here. And then, what I would be expecting is eventually to become overbought, but we are not there yet. So, there's no profit taking, still investing anywhere under this line for me. But this is really the phase where Bitcoin really outperforms. And so if Bitcoin is outperforming, altcoins are going to be very bid up. They're going to be very frothy. And yes, altcoins are going to be even more volatile with big drawdowns. But generally, during this phase, you want to be invested and in the market. And then, of course, as you top out here, you may want to make some decisions. I want to look at this for Ethereum as well. So again, a regression trend here. This regression trend isn't as accurate because we haven't had as much time, but you can see these playing out, right? So you have the expansion, drawdown, recovery, expansion, drawdown, recovery, and we're just, inflecting again. It's just, these charts are insane at how good they are, right? So again, with Ethereum, it's a secular uptrend, a long-term uptrend with price cycles, right? So price cycles, but the trend is very, very clear. And there is absolutely no evidence to suggest we are breaking down from this trend in any way. In fact, the Ethereum bear market has been so strong. In the previous, you can see we actually drew down to this kind of second line. In this bear market, we didn't. We came from this top line down to the midline, and then we've just been bouncing around this midline the whole way. Very volatile. You've had some big pumps and dumps during this time, but when you zoom out a little bit, we're on the month chart looking over years, you can just see very clearly we came down to this mid regression, which is the growth of the network, right? So this would be oversold in relation to growth. This for me is just at normal growth of the network. We're just bouncing around this. So extremely strong price action. And for me, even though we're very up from the lows, we're not in that expansion phase for price yet. So it's all ahead of us. We're not getting the best prices, but we're still kind of what I would say is looking for that expansion into here. Things are going to get crazy at this point. We don't know where things are going to go exactly in terms of price and how long that bull market will be, but we're certainly not in the latter stages. And so for me right now, not thinking about taking profits or, getting out of things, just waiting and staying invested because the bull market is right ahead of us. I'm working hard on all of the course updates for the course members that will be coming in a matter of weeks for you guys. So I'll let you know in the private Discord groups when exactly they are coming. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.